Good morning! I hope you can see me okay. I'm walking through quite a wooded area. It's Tuesday the 10th of September and it's just after 9 o'clock. I set off about 45 minutes ago, something like that, from Tesco supermarket, Forest. We parked there last night and there's absolutely no objection to me parking there. I did check it out and it's a very good place to aim back to, because the bus which is going to take me back from Nairn, or possibly a little bit beyond Nairn, depending where I can find to end my walk along that route, the bus will take me back and drop me off right outside Tesco, so I couldn't ask for more than that. I've made my way out of Forest along the busy A96, which is like the major trunk road, and sorry about this. I don't know why my nose runs as soon as I start walking, it's bizarre. Anyway, you have to make your way out of Forest on the A96 and pick up what would originally have been the 96. There's several sort of roads that look as if they've been better used in days gone by, before the sort of advent of dual carriageways and high-speed traffic and stuff like that. And obviously this road is the main road, like from Fraserburgh to Inverness, which again is more or less the last of the roads I'll be walking in a westerly direction before I get to Inverness, and then I turn north. Now the situation with how I'm going to do this, it's about 32 miles from here to Inverness, or it was when I left Forest. Now it's about 9 or 10 miles to Nairn. So what I could do is just have a fairly easy day today and get myself mentally and all the rest of it built up for a big walk around about the sort of, I don't know, 18-20 mark again, to take me into Inverness. Or I could try and find something like a halfway point today, which means about a 16 miler, and that'll leave me a 16 miler tomorrow, and I'm more likely to go for that. And when I get to Nairn, there's a railway station. I know I can look on the internet and all the rest of it, but I want to go and get some. I'm going to be walking past the station, whatever happens, or I'm going to be getting the train back. It doesn't really matter, but I'll check out all the stations between Inverness and Nairn and see if I'm going to be able to catch a train back from wherever, and just check out the timetable basically. That depends how much energy I've got left. I know the last film that I put out, I think it was 515, I got a bit upset towards the end because I'd just walked 22 miles and it was hard going and I was absolutely knackered, and I came across this road closed. Well, I've got a slightly different view of it now, thinking about it, and I know I got a bit upset about how they could close a road to the general public when they can allow the local people to go underneath. What's the difference? Well, you know, okay, so I understand the dangers, and or if it was closed between certain hours while they were actually repairing the job, but to just leave it like that and ban pedestrians and cyclists and anybody from going under this pylon, but with the exception of local people. I mean, off to my left for about 100 yards, as I went under that pylon, there's a farmer gathering his crops. So where's the danger? What's the problem? And I just thought, well, that I could have thought, oh yeah, okay then, you know, I'll take notice, and then carry on walking for another 5 or 6 miles. I don't think they've got any right to do that at all. And it was a complete and utter waste of time. And I'm glad that I didn't. I don't think I was breaking the law. I wouldn't have broken the law. But is there a law that allows local people to use that road, but nobody else? Wrong. Anyway, I got away with it. I'm still alive. Even though I was a bit upset and all the rest of it. It was a long, hard day, and you know what it's like. And I was saying some things like, how do I go on, how do I go on? Well, it does get to you, honestly. When you've just walked, I challenge anybody to walk 22 miles and feel positive. You're going to be tired, and you're going to get upset at the smallest things, and that's exactly what happened. Well, yesterday I had a complete day off. I couldn't have walked yesterday, to be honest with you. Not that my legs were stiff or that I would be incapable. It was just that I just didn't have the heart, and probably it's a good thing because it rained all day anyway. So that gave me a chance to edit up the film, which I put on last night, and there's quite a good response, and there's some very nice messages from you people of support, and I can't ask for more than that. And I'm going to ask you, I'm going to need more support. I've still got quite a long way to go. I don't know exactly how far, but I've still got a long way to go. I would suggest about 140 miles for me to get to John O'Groats. So, Hootsman, it's a bra bricht, moonlicht nicht, tonight. Not very many people that I meet these days, especially on these really isolated roads, and I'm walking now, doing quite well actually, and I've bumped into Gordon, who's an Englishman, and you're from Weston-super-Mare, Gordon, is that right?
Yes, I'm Weston-super-Mare at the moment.
Yes.
I live with my youngest daughter because
Yes.
I lost my wife 3 years ago with my dementia, but I'm originally from Maidstone in Kent.
Oh, right. Oh, Maidstone. Yeah, I've got some friends in Maidstone. One of the chaps that I know he's very, very much involved in the football club.
Oh yes, that went into demise some years ago, but I believe it has been resurrected again.
Yes, he tells me this. You know, a very nice chap, and he's
Yeah.
very interested in his cricket and his football and stuff like that. A very active guy.
Yes.
And yeah, he was from Maidstone. He walked with me when I was in Kent, actually. And,
I see, yes.
So, you know, I caught the ferry from Gravesend over the river to
Yes, you can do
Tilbury.
that. Tilbury, it's still running.
Yeah.
Been running for years. And years.
Saved me going all the way down to the M25.
Correct,
you know.
yes. Yes.
But yes, I met lots of lovely people in Kent. I was very impressed with the place. I thought it was lovely.
Yeah.
I've got to admit, it wasn't the same when I got to the other side of the river, when I was in Essex, because there's not that many coastal path walks there. There's an awful lot of road walking, and they're all maniacs.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it was dangerous. You know.
I must admit, I'm not very familiar with Essex.
No. I mean, lovely people, but crap drivers. You know.
That's the way it goes, isn't it? Yes.
So, how long have you come up for, Gordon?
I've come up for 2 weeks. This is the end of my first week.
Yes.
And I'm staying with my eldest daughter.
Yes.
And her husband. My daughter lives in a converted croft.
Right.
Which is 2 crosses put into one, and
Right.
She spends a lot of the time looking after other people's dogs and doing various things.
Right.
And my son-in-law is retired now, but he does part-time work on the estate, which is just over to the left.
Yes.
Here, the Earl of Marley estate.
Oh, right.
Which is quite a large estate. He's on land management over there. So.
Yes.
And I'm taking advantage of this very fine still morning.
Yes.
To do a nice walk.
Well, the forecast is for it to be like this for the next few days, actually.
Yes, which is great.
A week or more, which would suit me fine, because I'm working to a bit of a schedule on getting to John O'Groats by the 22nd of September. I've got 1 or 2 fellow walkers who want to come and cross the line with me, and so it's a little bit difficult getting the logistics together for all these people, but it would be quite a nice occasion.
Yes, good.
And then I'm going to have a really long rest, 6 months, and then next year, starting in March, I'll be doing Gretna Green to John O'Groats up the west coast.
Yes.
And I want to start before the midges and the flies and the kids.
That's it.
You know, and I get the job done.
Well, if I can give a bit of advice myself, I'm 85 years old.
85, wow.
But,
You're
and I
looking
still
well,
enjoy walking,
Yes.
but my walking is limited more now because I have osteoarthritis in one knee and I've had a knee operation in my left knee, but
Yes.
it's very important for people who have arthritis to keep the joints moving, and
Yes.
walking is an enormous help. It keeps you going.
Well, absolutely, I couldn't agree more. I mean, right throughout this last, 16 months, I've been
Yes.
encouraging older people, and when I say older people, I mean people who have recently retired or they've got time on the hands and all the rest of it. Walking is the best possible thing they can
Definitely.
do without exerting themselves too much, and they can do it whenever they want. It doesn't cost anything. You don't need to go to a gym.
No.
And you can meet lots and lots of wonderful, interesting people on the coastal path. Like I've met you, and I've met lots and lots of people who have become lifelong friends, and so. And the camaraderie between the walkers and you know, on the coast path.
Not just walkers, it's cyclists as well. And people you meet. Yes.
And we're all like-minded people. We all like doing the same thing, and so you've always got something to talk about.
It is, yeah.
You know,
Good.
it's lovely.
Okay.
Very nice to meet you, Gordon.
Thank you. I'll be on my way, and I really wish you the very best of luck with your walk up to John O'Groats.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. You're a wonderful man.
Yeah, thank you.
Kind regards to you.
Bye now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Well, it's just gone 1 o'clock, as you can see from the clock, and I've come to Co's snack bar, and Co being Colleen, which I don't think I've ever come across that name before. Is it Scottish?
Irish.
Irish?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was the nicest bacon sandwich and tea that I've had.
Thank
Fabulous.
You.
I saw your sign as I just came through the boundary, and very nice indeed, lovely. And
Thank you very much.
This will go out to all of these walkers that are around and about, and thank you very much indeed. Absolutely
Good luck
fabulous.
in your travels.
How long have you been here?
4 years in November.
Oh, well, obviously well established. You've been busy while I've been here as well. Yeah, well done, and very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
And check me out on YouTube.
I will.
Okay,
I will.
thank you. Bye bye now. Bye bye. So here I am at the station, the railway station, waiting for another 20 minutes for the train to take me from Nairn, which is where I am now, sat on the station. Just enjoyed yet another cup of tea. Got a real thirst on for my tea today, and I'm catching the train back to Ferris. It was only £2.10, and I learned something else today. I can use my senior rail card, and I just did, which makes things quite different now. It's going to be probably about with that it's around about a third of the price of catching a bus, and I didn't know this. I was told when I was in Dundee, when I tried to buy a ticket, that I needed to apply for a ScotRail pass, and seeing as I can't use my bus pass, this is the result. On saying that, by the time I get to Inverness, and if I use the train again, that's the last time I'm going to be able to use it anyway, so it doesn't really make that much difference. But it's been a really nice walk actually. I've thoroughly enjoyed it, and I've been in a much better humour now than I was when you saw me last at the end of Sunday. And I've thought all that out, and I was just really, really not tired. I was absolutely exhausted. And so that's why you saw me like you did, and I'm quite sure you'll see me like that again, because I've still got a long, hard road ahead of me. So today, instead of an option that I had, well, there's several really, what I could have done to a certain degree, I could have walked much further. instead of knocking off at around about 2 o'clock, which I have done today. But where to is the question. It's another 15-16 miles from here, as I say, down to Inverness. And so if I call it a day now, while I'm still feeling very fresh and I could walk, get a bus back, go and have a look at forest, which I haven't seen myself, and I'll be able to show you parts of it, and that will complete this film. And then I'm going to drive the van up here to Nairn, because when I stopped at that tea bar, the lady there, ran the tea bar, and her husband came along, and he runs a little factory around the corner, and we were talking about what I'm doing and everything, and I was saying about driving up here with my camper van, and where is there a good reception area. He said, this is the best area. He said, you're welcome to park your van on the front of my factory all night, which is absolutely superb, private. He said, nobody will bother you, it's a good safe spot. So I've got to take advantage of that. So that more or less, that's the end of my day. So now all I need to do is, I say, just get the train back to the station, where Tesco is just around the corner, and so is the town centre. Go and get some shots of that, and then drive up here. And then tomorrow morning I can make a very early start. I can get myself really well psyched up and everything, ready for at least a 15 to 20 mile walk into Inverness. And then I can say I've turned the corner. Then I'll be walking north from there, and I'll be what I would consider to be on the very last leg, and I'm quite sure that is going to be like a shot in the arm. It's going to make me feel right. Here we go. And there's a possibility Ralph might be coming back. I know Ray is very keen to come up again, and I'm still on target in my plan for doing the 22nd of September. The good news is that the weather forecast is improved considerably for the next week or so, which gives me a chance. And there's the odd day of rain, but not very much. And today's been an absolutely glorious day. It's cooled down, it's not hot and sunny, but it's nice and bright, and that makes you feel better. So I'm feeling pretty good today, and I'm going to take this opportunity while I'm not tired to get myself properly organised and make good use of the day. And it seems to make sense to sort of hold something back, because I might need it all tomorrow. So that's it. So I'm just waiting for the train. I've drank loads of tea today, but here's some more. So I'll see you later when the train comes.